Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So last week we have the topic a better perspective. We learned the 4 establishment of mindfulness of awareness, and we come to know that Satipatthana or Vipassana is a 2 ways to talk about one thing, and if we apply Vipassana in daily life, it will help us to have a better perspective in daily life and let us live better in a better way. So that is the last week's lesson. So today's lesson is based on one few question of our devotee that they heard about some kind of attainment in Buddhism, like jhana attainment, jhana absorption attainment, or attainment of the path of the fruition of the wisdom of nibbana. So what are these kind of things? And the other question is somebody have that experience that somebody is normal person, but someone honor them to be a noble person, or like last week she raised a question that in her country they gave a certificate that you pay for them and they give the certificate that you are a noble person, something like that. But actually in Buddhism there is no such thing like that. When you attain any level of the noblehood, it is not like gaining a position. It is like abandoning something else. It's different from the normal word that when you attain something, that means you get more and more. Like you get a certificate, noble person, everybody praise you. But it's different from Buddhist perspective. That's why I have today's topic, attainment is abandon. So we have 5 kind of attainment which we talk about today. The first one is the attainment of jhana absorption, the attainment of the path, the attainment of the fruition, the attainment of the insight knowledge, the attainment of nibbana. And respectively, there are 5 kinds of abandoning. Abandoning by suppression, abandoning by replacement, abandoning by eradication, abandoning by subsiding, and abandoning by escape. So talk about the first one, abandoning by suppression or the attainment of jhana. So the word jhana in Pali, you can hear nowadays, the Chinese, they call Chan or Zen in Japanese. That's why we have Zen here. It's come from the word jhana. And jhana is the mental seclusion, the seclusion of the mind, because of the burning up the contrary state, the bad state of the mind, be burned. So that's what the word jhana come up from the verb chapanati. So so there are 2 ways of jhana. One is contemplating the object, and the other is contemplating on the characteristic. So there are 8 meditative attainment called jhana absorption, because of the burning of the contrary state, such as the hindrances. So, and the contemplating on the object, that is which we call nowadays samatha meditation. So the other one of jhana is insight, concern the path, concern the fruition. It also can be called jhana because it's burning up the contrary state of mind, such as the wrong perception of about ourselves, about ourselves, about beings, etc. And because of closely contemplating on the characteristic of impermanent, suffering, and non-self. But most of the time, jhana refer to the first one, the jhana absorption of samatha. So that's why we have the first one, abandoning by suppression, refer to the attainment of jhana absorption. So, so as you know that last week we also talked about this one, the abandoning that found in the attainment that suppress the opposite quality, such as the hindrances. So this is the first one, the abandoning of suppression or the jhana absorption. So so the hindrances is the defilement that cover you, that block you to have a better state of mind, to have the good state of mind. So what are these? There are 5 kind of hindrances, and there are the opposite of the 5 factor of the jhana absorption. So when you attain jhana absorption, so 5 factors is strong enough to suppress the other 5 hindrances. So when concentration strong, is suppress the sensual desire. When rapture is strong, rapture of the jhana, is suppress the ill will. Applied thought is strong, is suppress sloth and torpor, mean sleepiness, laziness. And pleasure is strong, is suppress the restlessness and remorse. And sustained thought is strong, it's suppress the skeptical doubt or uncertainty. So when you understand these things, when you practice samatha meditation and you enter the jhana absorption or the neighborhood of jhana absorption called asset concentration, so 5 factor of jhana absorption is strong and is suppressed. Its opposite called hindrances. So from this thing, it's quite difficult for us to understand. That's why we have the example that the algae cover in the pond, and you cannot look into the pond, look clearly into the pond. So you need to use a water pot. You heat the surface of the water, and because you heat that, the algae move here and there, then you can see inside. But it's just temporarily. Because if you take it out, the algae will come again. In the same way, with the power of jhana absorption, with the power of 5 factor, it suppresses the 5 hindrances. But after you come out of the jhana, it come back again. Easy to come back again. And understand about the hindrances can help you to verify that what kind of practice it is right or wrong. Like once you ask us that why when we meditating, why don't we play a song, or we play a sound of rain, or the sound of the water flowing? We think that it is help us for concentration, our concentration. But what if it is not a good song? It's not the song you like. It's bad song, for example, bad melody, or the sound is the sound of the water too strong for your ears, and it hurt your ear. The water drop, and you get headache because of that. So the sound is that is not help your concentration, but because you love it because it's good for your ears. It's another way of sensual desire. It is not concentration. That's why we don't use it here. It's different. See? So, for example, and another example about hindrances, that if the person always agitate, run here and there, and think about the past, remorse, regret what they have done, blah, blah, so they cannot live in peaceful life. So you can apply hindrances and 5 factors of jhana absorption in daily life in that way. Yeah, it's really difficult for us to attain jhana nowadays. Okay, so that's the first one. Uh, Abandoning by suppression. So the second one is abandoning by replacement. So when you practice insight meditation in some level that you have inside knowledge, and that inside knowledge replace the harm, the misfortune of the wrong belief, wrong thinking. It's just like um, it's just like when you have the light oil or the oil lamp bring into the darkness, it chases away the darkness. When it exists, it chases away the darkness. So in the same way, when you practice vipassana meditation, insight meditation, when you get inside knowledge, you will replace the wrong thinking, wrong belief by a good one, by a better one. For example, when you practice insight meditation into one up to one level that you can see clearly what is called the material part of the body and the spiritual part of the mind. You can divide the mind, the body clearly. You can see it clearly. Not like we think nowadays. Not like we think like mind, our body. But when you practice meditation, you will see clearly by inside knowledge. Okay, so when you see like that, you will replace the wrong idea that the materiality, the form is mine, the feeling is mine, I belong to the feeling, etc. Some kind of wrong belief like that. Or when you study, when you get the inside knowledge, you see the condition that help the materiality arise and the spirituality arise. When it arises, it have the condition. When it's fall, it have the condition. So it will help you to replace the wrong belief, wrong idea that somebody believes that there's no curse, there's no condition, that a being had defilement, or they be purified without curse and without condition. So when you practice insight meditation and you see that there's a curse, there's a condition for everything to arise. So you will remove, you replace the wrong idea, wrong belief that no curse, no condition, that we are purified or we have defilement. Or somebody believes that there exists, the word is produced or reproduced during a tiny time by a natural state of by a creator who create the humankind called Prajapati. So when you practice insight meditation and you see the condition to arise the mind, to arise the part of the body, and arise and fall because of the condition, then you will replace the wrong idea that there is a creator that create the beings. That's some example I gave to you. We cannot go too far into the inside knowledge of vipassana, but it can help you to replace the wrong belief, wrong idea by yourself. So you can see what the Buddha taught by your own experience, not just like read the book or listen to the Dhamma talk. What the Buddha taught us is from his own experience. And we practice meditation, especially the insight meditation, will help us to see that experience by our own experience. So by that way, the person who practice meditation, insight meditation in a good way, so he or she will never give up on the Buddha teaching, because what the Buddha taught, he or she experienced by herself. So he's taught the good one, right one, not the wrong one. They will not easily give up the Buddha. But someone else maybe, because they just because they when they love, so they give everything. When they hate, they don't like everything. So it's different. Okay, so that is the second one, abandoning by replacement. When you practice vipassana up to some level, you have the inside knowledge, and it replace the wrong belief, wrong idea. So the third one is abandoning by eradication. Eradication here is referred to the moment of the path. The path refers to the Noble Eightfold Path. As I told you in the previous lesson, that when you practice, you will you practice to let the Eightfold Path stronger and stronger day by day. And when it's strong enough, it can combine together at one moment and destroy all the defilement. So that is the moment of path. At the moment of path, the mass, the thicket of the defilement is destroyed, is eradication, because it is the origin of the suffering. So it will be eradicated at that very moment. This is one moment of the process of the mind. Okay. So when was someone attain the noblehood, before he's the normal person, but at very moment of the mind, at one moment of the mind, he become a noble person at the path moment. And after the path moment, there are two more moments of the fruition. We call phala. The first one is magga, the moment of magga. The other two is moment of phala, or the fruition. So it is the same as the moment of the path, but it have the function that to look again that any residue of the defilement left, something like that. So does it be called the abandoning by subsiding? So the first one is abandoning by eradication, and the two fruition, abandoning by subsiding. So check again, the defilement is then defilement left. So it depends on the on the level of the noble person. Like the first level, it will eradicate some defilement. The second, another one. The third, another one, and the fifth. The fourth, eradicate all the left defilement to become an arahant. So for example, at the first level, the sotapan. So at the first level, sotapan, at the path moment, it will eradicate the wrong belief, wrong view about individuality, about the doubt, and remove the misapprehensions of virtue and duty. Okay, I will explain for you. So wrong view about individuality is the wrong view about ourselves. That ourselves is the five part of ourselves, the form, the feeling, etc. And some people believe that it is belong to us. So the form is mine, the feeling is mine, I belong to the form, I belong to the feeling, etc. So that's the wrong view. So when you practice vipassana meditation, insight meditation, you see it one time already, but it not eradicate totally. So when you have the light, the darkness will go away. But without the light, the darkness come again. But when you attain the path, at the moment of the path, it will eradicate totally the wrong view about ourselves, about individuality. Or you will remove the wrong, the doubt about the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, or about the dependent origination, the condition. As I told you, when you practice insight meditation, you will see the condition that help the materiality or spiritual part of the mind, the body arise and fall. You see the condition. So that is just temporarily. But when at the moment of the path, you understand thoroughly, and because of that, you have no doubt in the Buddha and what he teach, because you experience by your own eyes. So you remove the doubt. That's why the Sotapan, the stream enterer, the first noble person, they have no doubt in the Buddha teaching, because they experience by him or herself. And the third one is the belief, the wrong belief on kind of virtue and kind of duty, that they believe that when they practice in that way, they will purify themselves. For example, in the time of the Buddha, they believe that if they practice like a dog or practice like a cow, they will get purify of the mind. They purify their mind. They do just like the dog. Whatever the dog do, they follow that way, or they follow the cow way. Or somebody, if they practice to torture themselves, self-mortification, torture themselves. They not save the hair, but they say, pluck it out, pull out the hair. They believe like that they will get the purification of the mind. So that is wrong belief. When you practice inside meditation, when up to some level, you will have knowledge to know these things, but just temporarily. And when you get the alignment at the moment of the stream enterer path, it will destroy, eradicate totally. So, and the moment of the pala, the moment of the fruition, we check again, subside on the defilement, depend on the level. Okay. And the last one, the fifth one, is the abandoning by escape. It refers to what we call nowadays nibbana. Nibbana is the abandon of the every conditioned thing. Escape from everything conditioned. Everything belongs to this word is condition. It come by condition and it go away by condition. But nibbana without condition. And nibbana is the escape from all defilement. So it refers to the case that when the Buddha, when the noble person, the Arahant, they pass away into nibbana, or we call demise. So they know they're free from the cycle of rebirth. They are not be conditioned anymore. So that is the fifth one, abandoning by escape. So we have 5 kind of abandoning. The first one, abandoning by suppression, is the jhana absorption. Abandoning by replacement is the insight knowledge. Abandoning by eradication is at the moment of the path. Abandoning by subsiding is a moment of the fruition, and abandoning by escape is nibbana, free from all conditioned thing. So when you come to see these 5 kinds of abandoning, you see that how attainment in Buddhism is called. We attain jhana, attain the path, attain fruition, attain nibbana in that way. So when the people come to you and praise you as a noble person, maybe it's cannot be true, because attainment here is mean that you abandon some bad level state of the mind. But when you're not, so it cannot call attainment in Buddhist perspective. Just like one person called Bahiya Daruchiriya in the time of the Buddha. So Bahiya, he's a merchant, and his ship is wrecked in the ocean, and he lost everything in the ocean, He doesn't even have the clothes to wear, so he tried to find several things to cover his body, and a bowl to do to begging, become a beggar. But people look at him. He wear not a normal robe, not a normal clothes like us, and he used the bark of the tree to wear like that. So they think he's an arahant. So nowadays you can see like that if a monk he wear the torn robe and the old robe with and he walk barefoot on the road, and you may think, wow, he practiced so high, right? So in the same way, the people at that time they think that this person maybe he's an arahant, he's a noble person. That's why they pay homage to him and they offer him a lot of things. So at that moment he said, wow, this way he earned a lot of things for his life, for his living. So he continued to do in that way. That's why he's called his nickname is Daruchiriya, the person who wear the bark, the rope made from the bark of the tree. So, but his own friend is a Brahma, who the Anagami, the third level of no person, saw his own friend like this, come down and see, you're not an arahant. You should not think that way. What you do is wrong. Why don't you remember what you did in the past? In the previous life, they all practiced together really hard. That's why one of them become anagami and come down. But he's not attained any level. You now the arahant, real arahant, exists in this world already. The Buddha exists in the world already. You should come to pay homage to him to learn the right way. So Bahiya know that he's not the right one, but he just tried to have food and things for his life. But when he know that the Buddha arrives in this world, so he tried to find a way to find the Buddha. So during the night, he go to Savatthi, Jetavana to find the Buddha. So in the morning, he come to Jetavana, but the Buddha already went for alms. So the people said, "Oh, you should take a rest because long way already. You go by foot a long way already. So you should take a rest." But he said, "No. I should try to find the Buddha now because I'm worried about my life. I don't know when will I die." So he on the way to the city and he found the Buddha and he requested the Buddha, "Please give me a little instruction. It is good for me. I need to practice." But the Buddha said, "No. When the Tathagata do alms round, is not the right time to give the Dhamma talk." Denied 3 times, and he requests 3 times. So at the very last moment, the Buddha gave him a short instruction that during the seeing, it's just the seeing. During hearing, it's just the hearing. During feeling, it's just the feeling, something like that. So without any seeing, just the seeing, not put anything like or dislike into that. It's the short instruction for vipassana. Okay. So when he heard the Dhamma talk from the Buddha, it all come back. What he practiced in the past all come back, and he attained arahant. But after he become arahant, he on the way he find the rope and the alms bowl to become a monk. He be killed by an yakka or by a demon. They have problem in the previous life, the bad karma. So at that time he killed her, and now she tried to kill him back. So after he passed away, the Buddha asked the monk to build a stupa to pay homage to him. He's not become a monk yet, but he's worthy of pay homage because he's an arahant, a noble person who eradicate all kind of stuff, all kind of defilements. So after that, the Buddha he taught the verse that When a sage, a Brahmin, find understanding through their own sagacity, he is released from forms and formless, from pleasure and pain. The Brahmin, the Brahmin noble disciple is called the sage because he's possessed the discernment, the understanding about the body door, the mind door, the verbally. So he have the perfect morality, and he have the understanding. He have the noble knowledge called sagacity, because with he understand clearly the Four Noble Truth. He understand clearly the Four Noble Truth. So because of that, become because he comprehending nibbana in that way. So he's free from forms and formless, from pleasure and pain. So form refer to the become the existence in the materiality world, like become a human, like have five constituent, or in the Deva world there are one constituent, only have body, no mind. Or formless refer to the immateriality, like there a Deva word that only mind, no body. And pleasure and pain refer to the cycle of existence. Cycle of existence, because it's a mixture. Because it is the origination, is the beginning of all the suffering, all the pain, and all the pleasure, all the happiness. Or can we understand another way that form refer to the material realm, formless refer to the immaterial realm, and pleasure and pain refer to the sensual realm. So we have three realms: sensual, kamavachara, the form rupavachara, and the formless is arupavachara realm. So form, formless, and pleasure and pain. Why the sensual realm called pleasure and pain? Because it's a mixture of pleasure and pain in this life. Sometimes you enjoy life, sometimes it's suffering. So it's the mixture of them. But for the person, for the arahant here who comprehending the nibbana, he's free from everything, free from the cycle of rebirth. So today we understand the attainment in Buddhism is to abandoning the bad state of the mind. So depend on what kind of attainment, you will abandon some bad state of the mind. We have abandoning by suppression, temporarily suppressed by jhana absorption. We have abandoning by replacement with the inside knowledge. We have abandoning by eradication, totally cut the defilement, and abandoning by subsiding at the moment of the fruition, phala, and abandoning by escape. It is referred to nibbana, free from the cycle of rebirth, all kind of suffering. So, so when you after when you pay homage to Buddha, or after you chanting, you always say that I want to attain nibbana or and things. So are you ready to abandon something? Abandon your bad state of the mind, abandon your greed, your anger, and your delusion. You should ask yourself that question. Thank you for your listening.
Okay, we have some time to discuss today's lesson. The title of today's lesson is Attainment is Abandon. We have to understand about the word abandon here. When we attain noblehood, for example, we free from greed, anger, and delusion. That means that other thing. Let's say, for example, you attained arahantship, and you're free from greed, free from anger, free from delusion. That means that if someone who heard that you attained arahantship and they praise you, they worship you, they pay homage to you, that he, as an arahant, he careless about it. He won't get so happy, excited that people look up to him, praise him, and honor him. Vice versa, if someone come and insult him and decline, refuse to pay homage to him, he feel indifferent. Because that's kind of abandon, not making an effort like we make an effort to abandon something, even though we still have some attachment, but we know that this leads to suffering, so we make an effort to abandon, to let go. But for a noble person, the not attaching is natural to him because it's not as important. The happiness, the bliss that he get out of being free from anger, free from greed, free from delusion, is surpass the happiness that the worldly people. So if you found that way, then nothing else is comparable to the calm, the state of mind that he has. So that's why it's called abandon in that sense. It's a different. Abandon naturally, no attachment at all, then there's nothing to be abandoned. But for us, we still have some level of attachment, and we know the danger behind it, so we learn to let go. We know this is poison, but even though we like it, but we know it's poison, we try not to embrace it or to take it. We make an effort. In this case, there's no effort. So that's why when we practice in Buddhism, when we practice and we learn something, we have this insight, we have this knowledge, then it is for our own benefit, not for others. So whether people praise you or honor you or not, it won't make no difference at all. Make any sense? So in Buddhism perspective, right? Different from the regular world, like you work so hard to earn your doctor degree or earn something in the society that's so respectable. So people will praise you, will honor you. And because of being honored and praised, you feel very happy. You feel that you accomplished something. You are somebody. So it makes you very happy. But if someone who condemn you or say negatively about your accomplishment, you will get angry. So that's different in the Buddhist world in that sense, different from the practice. So why is it? Because in the regular world, we live according to our craving, our attachment. We attach to the thing that we have, and attachment leads to suffering. When people don't do the thing that you want them to do, then you suffer from it. But in the Buddhist world, when we practice to be free from all this. So whether people care or don't care, whatever that you have, it makes no difference at all. Your mind will remain calm and peaceful and happy at any rate. So that's why when you hear someone who claim he himself to attain something, but then again they don't get the respect, they get upset over it, then that person may not attain whatever that person claim in Buddhist world. Like the monk, for example, they would get upset if they don't get the respect, right? They don't get the respect. So wait a minute, the respect is earned, not given. But then again, when as a monk, whether people come and pay homage to us, respect us or not, monks should be indifferent about it, because we practice for ourselves. We don't practice to get people honor. We don't practice to get people respect, because we know the danger of the greed, anger, the delusion. That way we put on this robe, we practice full time to be free from it. But if the people who respect us as a moral person, the punya is what they get. If they don't, it's okay. They don't get any punya. Because if they respect, they mean they will come and they will learn, they would get the result, to be free from the suffering. So for us monk, we just do our part. And whatever people they give us a respect or not is up to them. It's earned, not given. So that's why we question the people who go to the center to practice to get the certificate of being honored as a stream enterer, the Sotapana, like you told us last week. And also in Myanmar that I have known that some center that they go and practice meditation there, and the teacher gave them the certificate, acknowledged them of being a Sotapana, the stream enterer. And the practitioner got so happy, so they make big offering to the center. So there's no such a thing like that in Buddhism. The attainment is for our own. If you are noblehood in Buddhist noblehood, then your greed should be less, not more. You call yourself a Sotapanna and you're proud of it and you got praise of it, then something is wrong. So that's why when you hear something, you need to think about it. You need to question, that it is legit or not, it's legitimate or not, and be your own judgment. Okay. So that, you have any question for that? Because last time you were asking us about, is there such a thing as a certificate? Certificate, there's no such a thing because there's nobody can actually honor an ordinary person, honor a noblehood person. Yeah, it's all about money and business. And voluntary before, and because of greed that you go and you buy that title, but then again you're full of defilement. A noblehood person should be either lessen the defilement or completely eradicate, not more. Okay, so yes, yeah, and and again, back in the old days, a lot of poor people can attain noblehood. So that means that poor people cannot attain noblehood. So that's why you need to. That's why we need wisdom. We need knowledge to look at it to see whether this is correct or not. Okay. Right. Yes. Yeah. So you just lose money and get more defilement. So be careful with that kind of thing. Can't stop the world, but you should have your own judgment and know. That's why knowledge in Buddhism is important. Otherwise, it can be very dangerous because I've seen people go to Myanmar and they heard about it, and people keep pouring to Myanmar, and so that they can get the acknowledgement, and they can go and teach the Buddhist teaching because they themselves is a Sotapanna, right? And then they brag about it. But if you are a noble person, you should be lessened or free from greed, desire. But then you love praising, you love people praise, people honor you, then something is wrong, right? That's why something you need to look at it. One more thing I want to mention about the moment, the mind, the path mind. For those who are not familiar with Abhidhamma, I just want to explain briefly because this is a huge topic. In Buddhism, we have body and mind. And the mind, our mind, is just not just like one mind, but it's a process. Our mind has a process, right? And each in the process has segment, segment of the mind. And this segment rise and cease away. That's the beauty of our mind. It rise and it pass away. So when a person who practices accordingly, correctly, to the point that he has the attainment. So the path, they call the past mind, the past moment mind rises when you practice correctly and the time has come, the breakthrough, the time of the breakthrough come. The path will, the moment of the past mind rises. When it rises, it will eventually cease. When it ceases, the fruition mind will rise. And then it ceases again and another fruition mind rises. So that's why he pointed out there's a moment, the mind moment. So that's why the Buddha keeps talking about our mind is constantly changing, that rise and pass away. That is the whole picture. But if you scrutinize it, you will break it down to a small segment of the mind, and each segment has its own functionality. It has its own duty to to do it. We'll talk about it even more, but I just want to point out that the mind, rise and falling, rise and pass away. And that's one of it is one called the path, the mega citta, the path, the past moment of the mind rises and then cease, and then the fruition rise and it cease. And it happened consecutively, no interruption. So when the paths rise and fall, automatically, immediately, the fruition mind will rise, and then Nibbana follow that if you attain arahantship. Okay.
Magga.
Fruit, phala.
Phala.
Magga. Phala. Nibbana.
Two phala.
Oh.
Two phala.
Yeah. Two phala.
One magga and two phala.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Easier.
Yeah, we try to mention the Pali word because in Thai culture they use Pali word a lot.
And this one also referred to the Abhidhamma part. Over there. You want us
the Eightfold Noble Path.
So when you understand that, you can apply to this one also.
Yeah, and they all rise at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, two phala, one magga, and the process. The Pali word is called viti. Viti. I don't know if you recognize it in Pali word. Viti is the mind process.
So when you do the chanting about the Sangha, the Sangha community quality, Supatipanno. So there are a verse that four pair person and 8 person. So 4 pair is 4 level of the noble person, and 8 means the magga and the phala.
Yeah. So so if you break it out in individual, then you break it out in 2. Let's say Sotapanna, we have Sotapanna magga, Sotapanna phala is 2. But so together we have 4 level of noblehood: Sotapanna, Sakayami, Anagami, and Arahant. So 4. But each of it could be divided in 2 because Magga at the time is still, because it's not completely over yet, it's at the point, right? So that's still considered as one type of person, right? And then Phala, when it finishes this one, it falls into another. That's another type of person. So Magga and Phala. So we say Sotapanna, Magga, Sotapanna, Phala. So that's why we in the monk quality, when you do the Sanghanusati monk quality, you hear Yeah, Chattari means four, but then again can be atta.
Atta Burisa Pukala is
Yeah.
8. Mhm.
Yeah, four type of
Four
people,
pairs,
or four pair, or
8
eight
individually.
individual. So that's what we meant over here. Okay, all right. So that's why I just want to bring it out. Buddhism is all about knowledge. You need to understand thoroughly, helpful. So that's why whatever that we see something is not easily understand or easily comprehend, we point it out to you. But if you don't understand it now, just don't feel discouraged. Just eventually you build up the knowledge and then you learn more, you understand more. So don't feel discouraged that something is over your head, because bit by bit you collect to the point that you will understand. Okay? Don't be discouraged. That's what I want to point out to you. So a lot of people like to be honored because they think themselves as a noblehood. It happened here in this temple, that some guy who read and then he thought that he fit into that category. So he found himself that, oh, maybe I already attend this, attend that. But then again, he did not understand thoroughly, deeply of what it means. So if someone who think that he misunderstood and he think that he already been pure, but then again he brag about it, he get upset when you didn't think it that way, then he has to understand that he actually not getting it. Because in Buddhism, attainment something is what I say, lesson like less, not lesson. Lessen greed, anger, and delusion to the point that completely eradicate. But if you so much wanting people to agree with you or praise you or honor you, so that's craving, that's greed. So if a person who has so much in it, he actually go in the opposite direction of noblehood in Buddhism. So simple as that. Okay? So that's something I just want to point out. So when you practice in Buddhism, you always re-examine your state of mind, how much defilement that you have in your mind. Okay? The more you want to be acknowledged, the more you want to be something, then you are actually not getting it. You're not attaining something in Buddhism. He mentioned about, wait a minute, what if we practice meditation, we practice in Buddhism, and we pray to attain Nibbana, we attain, noblehood. So are we go against our practice or not? Well, you're not there yet. You're not a noblehood yet. You still have a vision. You still have desire to get there. You have your focus to get there. We want to be free from greed, anger, delusion. That motivate us to get there. But once you get there, when you're already there, then you realize that, your greed and all that, and it's not matter anymore. I remember when I was in college, when my freshman year was so much hardship, not, don't have enough money to eat, food and all that. And my future is so not clear. And I wonder one day when I finish university, I get my engineering degree and I will be so happy. People will be so, praise me and I get a job. When I didn't have it, I felt it like that. But once the day that I got my degree and the day I got a good job, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel like, oh, I'm on top of the world anymore. Because when you start out, when you don't have it, you try, you are driven to get it. Every day you work hard to get it. And once you got it, you feel, okay. It's okay. It's normal. That is the feeling that people get. That's why when you hear people brag about something so much, that person might not get it or might not have it there. You know what I mean? I feel my hard work eventually pay off. I did. I don't feel proud or anything. I feel that, yeah, I fulfill my wish. I feel that, oh, all the hardship that I put in, and finally I got it. And then I look yonder, I look further, what else in the future. I don't feel the same way that I will be on top of the world when I finish it. You know what I mean? Because all the hardship, all the thing that you went through, yeah, it's just, not all that much anymore. The challenge is bigger ahead, thing like that. So that's why let you understand that when people brag about something, that the bragging is about that you think that's big, but compared to others, it's not really nothing, right? So in Buddhist world, when you attain something, the greed, the craving is going to be less, and for you, you don't need it anymore. You don't feel it anymore. People praise you or honor you, it's okay. You feel indifferent like that because it's not driven by craving anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that. So based on this lesson, just to give you some perspective that when people say they attain something, you look at their behavior rather than what they say is more important. Okay? Yeah. So any questions? Yeah. Yeah, I wish it would be that easy that we work to get a certificate, and yeah. Okay, if we don't have any questions, and we can wrap it up with chanting and ceremony marriage.